What's up, dirt people? Thanks for watching, thanks for coming back. This is the same day but second video for having the ZR2 Colorado. Silverado, I'm gonna have to get used to that because we do have the Colorado. So give you a little walk around. Same parking spot as the first video, but I'll let you guys see inside and I'll let you guys hear the exhaust, of course. Here's some of the information, blah blah blah, whatever. I really didn't get to pick. Whatever we got is what we got. And again, I think it was the first in the country. I've been putting it out there. If you know our name, whatever, I have plenty of people to ask, plenty of resources, and it seems like no one else has gotten one yet. So shout out to our dealer. I'm gonna put his business card. I suck at names. I said in the first video that I kind of talked a big game. I didn't even throw our name out there though, and he came through. He hooked it up. There was markups. I'm not gonna lie to you or make you guys feel bad because you're not gonna get one of these without a markup. I'll tell you more about that. We'll go on a drive right now. I'll get in for you. I haven't seen anything here. Look, I haven't even looked at the manual. There's not even any good reviews. This is how it is on the ZR2. I think you hit it twice. Well, on the Colorado at least. And then you hold it, but that's not working. So, oh, maybe you just lock it once and hit this twice. Each manufacturer has a different sequence. What the hell? All right. What the fuck? Oh, I did that 3. Oh my gosh. All right, lock and do it twice. Should have started it. Something's up. Maybe it's not activated. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, idiot. Let me start it up for you guys. So you guys see, it's got the 6.2. I don't even know the specs right now. Oh, cool. The exhaust is high clearance, kind of crappy. I'll get a good one. 471 mileage, 32. I don't even know how to work the AC yet. Like, this is still, we just drove it from the dealer back. That always seems to be on. I had to turn it off manually last time. All right, so it's backwards for most cars. I don't want to have only AC sound in here. Auto, no, that'll go full blast. Oh, that's synchronized, idiot. This is what I need, fan speed. You guys know, brand new cars, it's always hard. Until we can hit the dirt. Check out some of our catalog of videos and you'll see what we do with these trucks. Right off, I like the mirrors. It took me a while to notice them. They're rectangular. They're long though, instead of tall up and down, so you see a lot more, a lot less blind spots. Come on. It feels good on acceleration. On the way in, I was driving it on all the rough spots, like right here, the entrance. Since I didn't get to feel it, it's awesome. And my truck, the Colorado ZR2, I have the Chevrolet Performance Jounce shocks on them. I got a couple little cool upgrades on it that are mostly from Chevrolet Performance. So I feel it progressively getting better as we've been building it. So to feel this thing from stock this good, it's kind of awesome. Oh, I can see the heads-up display. I don't know if you guys can. I didn't notice it when I was driving. So I don't know, can you guys see it? It feels like a normal truck. I would even argue most people driving this would say it's a little bit stiff, and it is. It feels a little bit stiff when you hit the little bumps. It could be a lot more plush of a ride. We have a Gen 2 Raptor. So whatever, I've driven all the trucks out there. A lot more smoother suspensions exist in the off-road world, a lot more plush suspensions. That's why a lot of people will buy trucks like these or of this caliber and never take them off-road. They make great street trucks. This one could be more comfortable, could be more plush. It's just well planted, like a great truck. But I was aiming for potholes on the way in, and when you feel it hit something, take a hit, take a beating, that's when you realize what you're driving. That's when you realize the value of what GM did because of the lack of aftermarket. This truck was designed and tested to take abuse. All the other competitors, they're super wide now, tons of travel and giant tires. This thing's only got 33s, I think. Pretty bad. And I'm looking at it, not much room for some bigger upgrades. I know I'm going to save up for some Innovate wheels, so that the offset of that will let us get away with bigger tire sizes, all that, whatever. But it was by design. In the Colorado ZR2, as the trails get more technical, everyone gets smaller in the rear view mirror. Raptors, everybody. It's just a very nimble, very good truck. So in a lot of the off-road trails, full-size trucks have a problem. You got to slow down a lot because you're going to destroy your paint, you're going to hit stuff, you got to look out for ruts. So there is a world where it's the point of diminishing returns. You want wider, that's why people get the zero offset wheels and everything. Wider stance, more controlled. It feels better, but up to a certain point. That's all true in perfect controlled environments. Out in the open desert, it's not. Wider means more damage. And Chevy builds trucks to finish races, not for photo ops, not for anything, as good as they look. This truck was built to finish races, and we were fortunate enough to do a series at Mint 400 with the Colorado. Again, sorry I keep referring to the Colorado. I know you guys checked on this for the Silverado, but it helps the story. So the first video was, it's good, I'll put a link to it. Ignore the selling point, but so you could see how comfortable the racing family is with R&D. The second video was a great walkthrough with Tom Gearman, I think. I hope I didn't butcher your name, Tom. You're awesome, one of my favorite people. But you could get to know one of the engineers and what they did for this racing program, for the ZR2s, and how seriously they take them. You're gonna get to go and hear straight from him all the awesome stuff that they did for this truck. And then the third video is of the last day, when we got to follow them around at the pits a little bit for racing. And you're gonna see on that video, they have full budget. They're not worried about anything. They're just going to make sure the truck can finish. They're going for notes, for R&D. They're not going to show off, and they always end up uncorking the champagne themselves. But you're gonna see in some, when the truck did have issues, the first ones under there were the engineers, not the fully paid for race mechanics that they had on staff. They don't read race mechanic notes. They get under there themselves and figure it out. And that's for us, for the consumer. So when I started stacking, when a lot of people stack this and compare this truck up against some of the other variants, oh, it's not as wide. Oh, the tires, the aftermarket. The engine is the only selling point. Everyone wants the big engines, but they don't realize that this truck wasn't designed to show off. This truck wasn't designed to fly once or to go on your dates or whatever. This truck was designed to work, to take an absolute beating through driver error. That's where this is gonna shine. You can get away on mid-sizes with driver error because they're small. On a full-size, driver error is very expensive. These are gonna soak up abuse. They were designed to. They were built to. That's all they kept doing. Just how much more, because that's what finishes races. How much more abuse you can take. Not what you can do once, not how high you can jump once. You need to jump, go through ruts, go through everything, recover other vehicles, and drive home with the trailer straight. And that's what these trucks can do. So, well, that's what I'm expecting of this truck. But also, it's the first one, like I said, one of the first ones. The first one that I know of, but all early editions, it doesn't matter if you got the first one or the first out of 10,000 or just the first year. We all know, right? I mean, we all shy away from it because lemons. Everyone's worried they could get a lemon, this and that. And it's just law of averages. Everyone's gonna have it. We got lucky with ours, with our Colorado. There was bad batches in between that Chevy took care of. But the worst thing about lemons and early releases is they don't know how to manage them yet. The dealers, the manufacturer doesn't have a set of guidelines for the dealers, so sometimes they don't compensate you with the rental car correctly, so whatever, or they take too long to enact a lemon law just because they're still, just because they're still figuring it out. So that's the potential nightmare you have with first vehicle or an early release vehicle. But like I said, we have the little Colorado, we have the Ford Raptor, and then my wife's car. We're okay on vehicles. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But I got this vehicle just because of how much I love the Colorado and the ZR2 Colorado and everything that the engineers did to it, and all they gave us. Honestly, we bought that vehicle just a substitute for another vehicle that was supposed to be short-term, and I ended up falling in love with it. I'll never sell it. I'm not gonna build this one up too much. I don't want to dissuade you guys from the channel. Actually, that's a selling point. Everything you're gonna see us doing to it, and it's gonna be a limited series videos, by the way. I'm not gonna go for years with this with you guys. I'm just gonna let you guys see what it does, what it can do, maybe 10 videos max. And if I can't get it done in that, then I didn't do my job. And hopefully with my other one, I got lucky. It's like I got the Love Bug version. It seemed nothing I could do could kill it. And hopefully this one's the same. I do want to put Innovate wheels on it just because I love those wheels. Also, I want to keep it stock for that reason, so it's of value to any consumer reviews. Those are all our videos that did best when it was stock. As you start modding it and everything, people aren't looking that stuff up as much, but everyone's looking for one of these. So the first thing I noticed was the big screen, the stitching. I'm partially colorblind. I don't know if it's yellow or orange or what. I like this about the mirror. In terms of cameras, that's pretty sweet. I don't know if it comes, I don't know what's coming out on camera or what isn't, by the way. I like these buttons. They're all just like they were in the Colorado ZR2. The lane assist is nice. I felt it on other vehicles. It's much more aggressive. It's pushing you back and forth. You're basically fighting with it if you're a sloppy driver. This one, not so much. This one's a lot more subtle. I like it. The stop, let me turn that off. The power tailgate, I haven't messed with it yet. Flashers, all this. I'm guessing this one, I haven't touched it. You push it once to take the traction control off, and a lot of cars, but the ZR2 is like, the Colorado ZR2 is like this. You hold it down for 10 seconds to take traction completely off. Rear locker, front locker. I don't know on this one. In the Colorado ZR2, you have to put it into neutral, then here shift on 4 low, and then do that. To shift from 2-wheel drive to 4 high, shuffle through, you don't need to shift to neutral. You can stay driving actually. I think 30 miles or something, whatever. So this is, I'm sure it's gonna have something similar, and I'll look up more for you guys, but I wanted you to see that this is genuine. I go in blind for you guys. You guys learn with me, and you learn from my mistakes, but so you can see what the truck can and can't do. Learn from an idiot, basically, is our motto. The driving position is really comfortable. This is all first experience, by the way. I misspeak a lot on this channel sometimes, so check the comments. And all right, so the driving position, I like it. It doesn't feel like a huge truck. It just feels like a normal truck that's built to take abuse. The lanes, there's plenty. I don't know if you can see in the mirrors how much room I have in the lanes, but the seating position, the seat's not oversized. It's the bucket seats, but you're not sliding around. It's nice that they contain you. You don't realize it after, if you go anywhere from 50 to 100 mile off-road trip. I like to slide around a lot. I like to take jumps. I like to land sideways. So when the seat's too big and you're using a stock seat belt, it's gonna, your back's gonna get tired and it's gonna go out on you. Also, it seems like a good material. I know a lot of them, this bolstering here on the side goes out and they start cracking. So I don't know what that's gonna do. I haven't played with my sunroof. For off-roading, get something without a sunroof. This is gonna be a warranty item. I'm almost positive, because the track gets all messed up, everything. But the back's super roomy. It's the short bed. I haven't checked out the rest. I don't know. I don't want to start mumbling or babbling, and I want to leave stuff for other videos, so I might end it here. Just really quick, I noticed that this is auto. The first two are auto, the back ones aren't. Paddles, it's got paddles. I love that. I haven't figured out the cruise control. Got the OnStar. It makes a Wi-Fi spot, all that stuff like modern cars. Ours is 420 motors. I haven't even seen the center console. Oh, hold on. Allegedly this light's gonna turn. Oh, we made it. The engine is nice. It picks up. You don't really feel the V8 lag. It's naturally aspirated, so when it goes in, you feel it pick up a little bit. You do feel it building momentum, and then you just feel it go. Cancel the Bronco order to get this, just because we've had the Bronco order for years, literally years. I thought I was exaggerating, and we were one of the first ones, and it just keeps for some reason missing us and missing us and missing us. So when I saw this thing coming out, when I realized how soon it was, I started configuring, and I saw one was close by. I called them up. They told me a generic markup, which I knew was too good to be true. As much as I don't want markups, I was prepared to go out of state and get one, and I will help you guys with that. I'll give you guys the number of the sales guy that's going to be the best in your area, but they're limited. Everyone's only got like 3 allocations coming in that I called, and I called everywhere, all over the region, the Southwest. No one really has any. So it's going to be slim pickings. It's going to be atrocious markups, but Chevy dealers are better than the rest. When we got the Colorado, at that time we had we still have a Ford Raptor, but at that time we would help a lot of people buy Raptors because of the markup. So we knew the better deals to work with, and we would help out some sales guys that we were friendly with. Everybody was getting 10 grand markups, 8 grand markups. Some we were able to get 7 grand markups for. That was in this area. At that same time, when the ZR2 came out, Chevy was giving, I think, 6 grand back in rebates, and you could get competing vehicle rebates. You could get a bunch of rebates. It made it impossible to walk away from. So in today's world, where your Honda Civic is getting, because of the chip shortage, because everything, speaking of chip shortage, the heated steering wheel isn't ready and the heated seats aren't ready. We're gonna get called back when the chips are in to go get that activated. So again, because of the chip shortage, the vehicle shortage, the standard Silverados are going for 5 grand over. Honda Civics are going for 5 grand. Like, everything's getting a markup. Try a Raptor. You can't get one for 30 grand, for less than 30 grand over probably in this region. I know people that got them at MSRP out of state. So that's my point. We'll help you guys buy this in the future, either through this guy or whoever's the most reputable. I think Dodge got in trouble with the Hellcat. And you guys that follow that story, they were just taking customers' orders, saying, yeah, they secured it, and just drag them on for months and never return their money, never cancel the order, never anything. Basically my story with the Bronco. So hats off to Chevy. The aftermarket isn't that big for this. So instead of just leaving a truck out there and letting it twist and up to the consumers, they linked it to the research and development. They were able to absorb a lot of the costs that comes with it. And a lot of people laugh. Like, we were at Mint a month ago, and we saw the Hall race team in the ZR2.
I want to thank Lacoste for keeping me on the straight and narrow. Obviously Chevrolet Performance, BF Goodrich tires, Mobile One, Multimatic, all the sponsors that make this truck go round and round and round. I believe this is the 35th race and the 35th consecutive finish. This truck got one more race on it, and we could retire it with something a little bit faster and better.
Well, I'm looking at a whole lot of black sweatshirts out there with your name on it, and it's more than a small army you have working for you.
I think the only other competitor was the Jeep Gladiator, but everyone always laughs like, oh yeah, who'd they win? They were first in class. They didn't race anybody. They just finished, and people laugh and joke about it as if it's lame. I think the jokes is on the consumer of Ford, Toyota, and Dodge, because where's their research and development? How come those guys aren't putting their trucks through the paces? You just buy a truck, and when you do what it does on commercials and it breaks, then you're relegated to the aftermarket and your warranty's dead. These guys know, with the DSSV, with all the Chevrolet Performance stuff, if they extend the same Colorado stuff, you can get the upgrades at your dealer and still keep the warranty. And I mean, if you see the videos of what we did to the Colorado, I have my warranty still. The Ford Gen 2, 5,000 miles, the dealer voided my warranty. I seriously did very little research on this because all I cared about was the suspension and what the guys are doing behind the scenes at Chevrolet Performance, what the engineers are doing to this truck. That's all I care about. That is what manufacturers should do. I wasn't gonna buy a Raptor because I wasn't gonna buy a Gen 3 Raptor because it's been 10 years and 3 Raptor models. That's a big screw you to customers. I'm sorry, Ford, that's terrible. So do better. And I didn't like any of the other stuff. I like the Cybertruck. I like anything cool. So whatever, I'm gonna go for everything. But that being said, we can get any truck we want. This is the only one I would pay a markup for. The rest, and we don't need a truck. So it's coming from us. I hope you guys can appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, this is pretty exciting for me, and I only got it because I have high hopes for it. So if it's on your wish list, if you go by my word, I totally stand by my word saying that this is going to be the best truck you'll ever buy. And that's true for my Colorado. And again, that's a mid-size, and we could, again, I could buy any truck I want. I don't think any vehicle will ever treat me as well as the Silverado ZR2 did. And I'm sentimental about it. I'll never sell it. This one, I'll probably sell, whatever, get out of the way, replace, get a new one as they get updated. I'm not gonna fall in love with this one. I don't have room. It's my other one, and like I said, that's why the video series is going to be limited. I'm not going to get on Instagram for this. I'll put it a little bit when the Raptor's finished, because I owe some of the people that worked on it some exposure. But this one, nah, this is going to be my own thing. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna share with you guys a little bit, because we do it in a very special way that nobody else really does or can. And I think the engineers deserve that. I think you guys deserve that, and I think the salespeople that aren't gouging people deserve that. So this is us giving back to everything that the Colorado gave to us. So until next time, just keep buying new trucks, keep finding cool things, keep finding great people, keep helping people when you get a leg up, and of course, keep it dirty.